all right. You know what it is, you know what it is. It's your boy Linky Links.
Chris Strikes.
And you know this is not a boy. This is a man. Damion.
Today he's a man. All the other days he was the man. He's downgraded a little bit. He's relegated.
You're so right. Can we start over? Okay. The man, Damion.
Welcome to episode 3, season 2 of Deep.Organic.Phuckery, where we dissect. That's what you chose?
Dissect.
Yes. Deep,
Or diagnose.
organic, and fuckery topics and trending things, and we have a conversation right here. Welcome. Oh, you got I like your yellow.
Stop, bro. Don't touch me.
They call me Mellow Yellow.
Don't
touch me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch. Listen, Chris Strikes are in Toronto Maple Leafs. Why didn't you say you like that? It's actually a nice jersey. What is that? An alternate jersey? I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, it's the third jersey, the alternate jersey, the Justin Bieber, Drew. Is that what his company's called? Drew? Yeah, Justin Bieber, Drew.
He has a company?
Yeah, the clothing line, Drew.
He has a clothing.
Yeah. So this is the Drew design Justin Bieber alternate jersey. Wayne Simmons on the back. Big up Wayne Simmons.
Who's Wayne Simmons?
Wayne Simmons.
He's a Scotian guy, right?
No, he's actually Jamaican.
But isn't he from Nova Scotia?
No, he's from Scarborough.
Okay.
He's from Scarborough.
He played hockey too?
Yeah,
he's
good.
Black guy.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Simo.
You're giving my name.
All right. Listen, guys, before we get into our convo, I just want to shout out the First Lady. You know what I mean? We celebrated 17 years of being together last 2 days ago.
Congratulations.
I've never seen this happen before, bro.
It's your anniversary.
No, it's actually a big deal.
It was.
You're a sketel, so to have
Explain to the people who have never heard the word sketel before what that is.
so a sketel bomb,
Yo,
a sketel boom.
believe.
That's a Jamaican term for a person who is very okay. See how you guys have thought? Sketel is kind of equivalent to a thought.
Promiscuous.
I was gonna say promiscuous, but I don't want to put it out there. So this guy's a sketel. So for him to be married, and for 17 years, that's some serious congratulations. And you're black, and you're Jamaican.
What is that? Anything?
That's what I'm saying.
That's an indictment. Yo,
what are you doing,
what
bro?
is going on?
You know what?
I'm just stating facts.
That's why I said this was too good to be true.
Show
you were
me.
so happy. Yo, congrats and smiling.
Show me where I'm wrong.
Here
But that's
comes
why though. So for you
here's-
to hold it together for 17 years, that's a long, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
So why couldn't you just stay on the path of
So congrats again,
brother?
man. Congrats.
You know what I mean, what
Hey,
did you do
hey.
to keep it going? And yeah, man, chop yourself. What did you do to keep it going? And, you know what I mean? On the positive
My
side of
congrats
it.
didn't
is
start there
pure, no strings attached.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Putia.
A real congrats.
Putia.
A real congrats.
Yeah.
Chris is a better man than I am.
He definitely is. He's 20 times
Okay,
better.
let me ask you this.
Here we go. I was waiting for the questions.
What advice would you give someone who's trying to enter a marriage to sustain for 17 years? What do you think was the key to that?
Everything he said on this podcast to now.
It can't be that.
I think one of the most important keys for me and for us, Stacey, is that I allow her to be her and she allows me to be me. You know what I mean? And we give each other that space. We don't really clog. Like, we don't check in terms of if a call and she don't get me, or when I answer your phone, I'm a call, I'm gonna get that. When I answer your phone, them type of vibes. They're like, from day one till now, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So we kind of give ourselves that little space there. You know what I mean? So even when I mess up, or when I did mess up, Lord.
How did you mess up?
Fuck you, going on with you. Yeah. Out of emails, I was a skettle. I'm not gonna hide it. I was a skettle, but I'm not anymore.
Oh, so you guys overcame cheating?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We've been through that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and go like it was smooth sailing. You know what I mean? She got married when she was 21. I got married. I was 6 years old. I'm 27. So, you know what I mean. So, a whole heap of growth, a whole heap of give and take, listening, compromising, and willing to fight for it. You know what I mean. So,
What are you most grateful for
with the marriage or her,
with the marriage?
what we have achieved, because we had nothing, like literally nothing. You know what I mean? We just sleep on carpet like this, me and her, over Jeffrey Kane and Jimbo Place. You know what I mean? She had her parents' house where her parents, she's the only child, but she usually leave her parents and come spend like 3 nights with me on the carpet. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I'm grateful for the fact that we tough it out, we ride it out. You know what I mean? And she's a real one.
You're not grateful for Nene?
Nene, Nene, Nene. It's great. Thanks to Big Up. I can't even remember that.
You know?
No, not Nene. The fact that not something I remember Nene. The fact that Astacia took in DJ.
Oh, okay.
That aspect. She took in my son, and it's more of sometimes I feel like they're closer than me, and like she and DJ closer than me and DJ. And I mean,
Right.
So I have a big up for that, because I don't know. Not all females will take in an outside child and treat that child like it's their own. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah.
Well, big up yourself, Astacia. That's really noble of you. And I don't know your relationship as well. I know both you guys, obviously, and I've known you guys for a very long time. But I could say it's one of the biggest factors that I think is the way you guys' personalities mesh. You see what I mean? It's her humility that brings this whole thing. You know,
You're
the
right.
way, because if trust me, the way we are sometimes, the way we're so fiery, if we don't have someone who's humble and who's willing to bypass certain things, it won't work.
100. Say they're really fool after all. You have little sense to
So
that.
Stacia, big up yourself.
I have little sense. But I want to say, so when can I have this discussion with you?
Don't worry, soon.
Okay.
Soon.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Ooh, something's
I'm gonna
brewing
put
up.
it out there. I MC and I host weddings. So you know what I mean? I'm ready. And a matter of fact,
You hosted Dino's, eh?
I hosted Dino's. I hosted Squingy. I hosted one of your next boys' wedding too. Oh my God.
That's Dino's boy. That's not my boy.
Oh, Dino's okay.
That's Dino's brethren.
But
But it was because of Dino.
But you put me on that gig though.
Bro, I put you onto all of it.
Stop this. Not all of it.
York University. Linky, this started at York University.
What, me hosting?
Yes.
No, I was hosting before that. The first event I hosted was.
But that was the first, like, when Steenie like gave you, said, you're good.
Oh, you talked. Oh, that's a selector style.
But
Versatile.
no, but that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
You weren't hosting nothing those times.
Yeah, I was hosting Black and White. That was my first gig. I did one. I did
But
Black and White.
before that,
Yeah.
even before the one at York where T-Rex didn't show up.
Yeah, I did Black and White first.
You did Black and White.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then your thing after. But at that time, I was doing Chatty Wednesday.
You were?
Yes.
I don't think you were.
Yes,
but
I was.
But what do I know? Bad memory. What do I know?
I was, but to your thing, you're right. You put me on the York, and then a couple of years after, then you link me and said wedding, and here I am.
Yeah.
Touring the world, doing the world.
And there you go.
Years later.
All these years.
Yes, sir.
So, with that being said and done, I would love my brothers to get into that path. You know what I mean? It's a
Well,
beautiful path.
Chris Strike's gonna get there before me. He's.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get there in
Chris-
terms of like wedding and marriage, but in terms of life partner, yeah, I'll get there.
Okay, so you don't
Pretty
believe in
much
that
there.
marriage thing?
Not really, but if there's benefits to it, then sure, why not?
Man said there's benefits. Stop.
To marriage?
Yeah. Like certain what I mean by that is because essentially a marriage is a consolidation of assets, like that's kind of where it comes from. It still holds today. So like you can get better interest rates on bank loans, like you can qualify for mortgages easier, stuff like that where it benefits.
A lady said that to me the other day, not to cut you, about not using her husband's last name. So when she started using it, it was more beneficial to her.
Well,
into
yeah,
the
there you go.
relationship.
There you go.
Yeah.
And my girl and I, we've had this conversation on like, you know, like the benefit of like either just being what you call it?
Single.
No. Civil. What's the word for it? Civil marriage.
Common law.
Common law.
Girl hand, you can use the mic, eh? Stop it.
Yeah. So no, we've talked about that, like, you know, common law or like actually getting like properly married, but like for me, she's the one, regardless, whatever the titles are.
But doesn't that suck though? That the institution of marriage started out as, and still is, an economic solution, and we're taking it as a romantic solution. It's not. So people, I can guarantee you, most people out there, when they hear marriage, the first thing that comes to mind is romance. But that's not the intent of marriage at all.
Exactly.
Right? Now, it could be that, but we know, being around anybody for 2 seconds, that over some time, the romance is going to go away. So you have to consciously sit down and think about what you're doing when you're attaching yourself to someone forever. Right? And I think it's very unfortunate that we don't really know what the institution of marriage really is.
That's why you haven't got married?
No. That's not why.
Would you ever get married?
Of course I'll get married.
Okay.
Why would you don't see me as a person who'd get married?
Take a sip.
No. What do you mean?
Oh my God, bro!
I'm so that kind of person.
I think. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I was gonna address your point about like the meshing of the original institution of marriage with romance. A lot of that has to do with the D.O.Ph. Diamond Company, who sold romance to sell diamonds and shit, diamond rings and stuff.
You're gonna put this on D.O.Ph.?
I mean, yeah, actually, yes, because like they are like one of the originators of that whole like diamonds last forever, and like diamond ring and all that stuff, right? So like really attaching that to marriage, and then Hollywood adds to that as well too, and Hallmark adds to that as well too, and the people who sell wedding dresses, like I think it was Princess Diana that made the white wedding dress like really popular kind of worldwide.
Oh, did she? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it wasn't really that popular before.
What was before?
I think people just wore different colors, because I know in different cultures, like people wear different colors. Like in Asian cultures, they tend to wear more red, and red is more lucky.
But they don't even wear they don't wear like the traditional like.
No, but they wear like their traditional
clothing, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But usually they use like a lot of reds, golds. But I think it was Princess Diana, if I'm not mistaken, that made the white wedding dress like really popular in modern times. And it's not to say she's the first one that did it, but I think she's the one that
she made it popular.
She made it popular,
right?
Yeah. So it's just all those things that kind of like brought the romance into it and made people forget about the fact that it's like a consolidation of assets. It's a consolidation of kingdoms.
People should know that.
Powerful. It's an alliance of power. It was literally an alliance of kingdoms and royal families.
That's why my brother doesn't think he's gonna get married. He will not get married.
Who?
Chris.
Well,
you're gonna get married, bro. I'm there with you, bro. I'm there with it.
I will.
I'm there with the encouragement when you're getting sweat.
I'll try it once, and I'll cry at my wedding.
You cry?
I'll cry.
Oh my God! Stop that. Oh my God! Speaking of marriage, one of the trending topics today, guys, is Cardi B and Offset. She came on Instagram Live saying that she has been single for quite some time, but she was afraid to speak and tell her fans. She didn't know how to tell them what to say, but an accusation came out against Offset a couple days ago that he was sleeping with and was it NBA young? I'll correct myself.
Christian, NBA young boy?
No, it's baby mother. Christian.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Christian. I don't think it's NBA. Blueface. Sorry, it's Blueface. It's Blueface baby mom. Christian. So Blueface said he did a DNA test. He realized that the kid isn't his. And then he found out that Offset was sleeping with her behind his back, and she should go and tell everybody whatever. And then
So the kid's not Blueface's kid?
No, he said he did a DNA and it's
What?
not his.
That sounds like an episode of
Allegedly.
Maury.
Allegedly, yes. He said so. He said he did a secret DNA. The result came back, and it's not his kid. And she should tell the world that she was sleeping with Offset. And the day after, Cardi B comes out with a video saying that she has been single for a minute. Blah blah blah. Then Offset comes out saying that he never slept with Krishan. So
Blueface kind of dry snitched.
indirectly,
That's dry snitching.
like one of your style. Take a
What?
sip.
I hear crickets. I hear crickets. That's not my style. So, but listen. The day I'm sitting here talking about Cardi B is the day. Oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this.
She got married.
I don't care.
She got kids. She got a husband.
I'm surprised. This is the thing. I'm gonna do one of the Chris. I'm surprised this took so long.
Oh my god. Why?
Because they're both the two people who just doesn't seem like they have it together. They don't seem like stable people to me. You see what I mean? As a matter of fact, I don't take, to me, Hollywood and the rap lifestyle and all that, it's not real to me. You see what I mean? When I see these people, I just it's entertainment. It's not. I don't believe that they're real people because they don't profile that way.
What do you mean they're real people? They're real people.
Of course, they're real people. But
But
I
what
mean
they
by
show
that
you in
is-
front of the camera.
But that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people, what they do is they actually live like that. You see what I'm saying? They put on a show, put on a facade, and then eventually what happens, they become that facade. Right? And that's an issue. So to me, when I see Cardi B and I see Offset, it's like, to me, it's a show. It's a big show. And I could just imagine in their household, at some point, that big show is going to clash. You see what I'm saying? And Cardi B doesn't strike me as a stable person. Neither does Offset. So if you have two unstable people, that's grounds for instability. You see what I mean? I've been hearing about Offset cheating and doing this and doing that forever. How many times did it come out? Like 4 or 5 times?
The conversation I want us to have today, though, is when you're in a relationship and you say you're a public figure or you have people around you know about the relationship, do you think it is the right thing to do to let them know that you and your significant other is no longer together? Or do you have the right not to tell them or to choose when to tell them?
I think you can choose when to tell them. I mean, we just saw that with Will and Jada, where Jada came out and said, you know, they'd been separated for years and whatnot.
Why do they do that, though? You have an idea why you think they always
Like why
do
they
that?
keep it on the low?
Yeah.
I mean,
Just in case they get back together?
I think it's just for different reasons. Like it could be in case they get back together. Like apparently with Will and Jada, they were working on the relationship and trying to get back together. And Jada actually said in an interview that the slap helped save their marriage,
yep, I saw
and
that.
helped to accelerate the healing of their marriage or their reconnection,
Can
which
you
is
imagine that, bro?
which is wild to hear. Like what? Like yo, do we have any sympathy for Chris Rock out here? Like, you know what I mean?
Chris Rock is healing marriages right now.
Right? Like with his face.
But he's divorced too.
Yeah.
And he made a whole special about it. Tambourine, motherfucker, tambourine. No, but I do think they have the right to keep it on the low, and they could do it for different reasons. They, you know, if there's kids involved, especially as well too, you don't want it to really be out there, and then your kids maybe going to school and getting trolled, whatever the case, or trolled online, whatever the case may be. And like honestly, like really and truly, even though it's a weird thing because celebrities will be public when it suits them, but at the end of the day, it's really none of our business. Really and truly. It's really none of our business.
Big guy, what do you think?
I've
brother?
seen celebrities keep that kind of stuff on the wraps. Like, my first comment was gonna be, why do you even put it out there? You see what I mean? Like, to Chris's point, it's nobody's business. It's your life. You do what you want to do. But then I could hear in the back of my head, I could hear a rebuttal saying that you know, we're public figures. People are gonna know. But I've seen people keep it on the wraps. Like, I don't know anything about Michael Ealy's family. You see what I'm saying? I don't know anything about several people that you can think of. Andre 3000, I don't know who he's with. You see what I'm saying? They keep it on the wraps. So you can keep it on the wraps if you want to. And I think that's the safest way to do it.
But to add to what you're saying, though, you're right. But when things are good and great, you're putting it out there.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So
And that's the dangerous. That's the dangerous. Why are you publicizing your relationship? And if you choose to do it one way, then you just have to go both ways. If you're putting it out there when things are good
nice,
and you're kissing and every second you're holding hand and then when it's this time, then you got to put it out there too. You see what I'm saying? But if I was a public figure and I had a marriage or a relationship, I'm not putting it out there. You see what I'm saying? That's not your business. If you want to find out that Damien's dating, that's fine. That's you seeking it out. I'm not putting anything out there to you, and I'm not putting that I'm with this person, and I'm not putting that we broke up. That's not happening.
Do you guys show public affection to your female?
Yeah.
What does that mean? No. What does affection mean?
I'll go. Wait,
Kiss.
Kiss That's all I kiss.
Kiss in public.
Kiss in public, the whole rub down and hold hands and you know what I mean.
I can hold hands. Kiss. That's a little too far. And rub down. You're right. Every time I see a man rub down his woman in public, especially I think he's corny.
You need to prepare yourself for when you go to Europe then.
No, but I mostly see it with white people, to be honest with you.
You're the same thing about them corny. Like, what?
Caucasian.
Who says that, bro?
A lot of times I'm in the gym and I see that man come to the gym with his girl, and he's like in the gym, they're like kissing, and then like rub down as he goes to the door set, and they come back and I'm like, what? What is going on here? What is happening?
Jesus.
What is happening? Why are you guys? You come to the gym to work out. You work out,
But they work it out.
To me, it tells me that either the relationship is new, or it's not on solid ground. In my head, that's what I see it. Because if you're solid in your relationship, you don't need to be doing all that. For what?
What do you mean for
That's
what?
my girl. I've been with her for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Why do I need to be kissing every time we do a set in the gym?
Well, that's a one-off situation.
But that's what I'm saying.
I would say the gym is like a weird place to do
Exactly.
that.
But I've seen it more than once.
But if you're like outside, like if you're like walking around downtown Toronto or whatever, like that, like I think that's cool.
And you
like,
say, "Hey, babe, see you in Tower."
yeah,
Of course.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Of course.
of
All team.
yeah,
Nah,
man.
Love it there.
nah.
Yeah, man. See, like if you're out and about
Hot
like
to come
that,
in
like
the
just
room.
kind of like having a
what's
casual day or whatever, or like I think that's it. The gym is weird. Specifically, the gym is a little bit weird.
I've seen it so many times.
That's
in the gym.
I
And the
just
slapping on the butt, like, or rubbing the butt. Like, what are you doing? I don't like that. That's corny to me. That's corny.
I just think you don't like the attention. That's just you. You're kind of shy like that.
I am shy,
Yeah.
but it's more about my mentality. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, me and my girl, we should. To begin with, I'm not very affectionate. That's something I need to work on.
I'm just about to say that.
But-
when you go to the gym, work on that. Affection.
How do
This is
I?
what these guys don't
So
get.
affection.
Yeah, affection. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next time, affection.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
man, work on it.
Yeah, but,
females love that though. Females love that.
Yeah, I know, but that's something I need to work on. But also, I do believe that even if I was to become a very affectionate person, I don't think I'd be showing much affection outside because I think it's between us. It's between us. Why are we walking on the road, chupsing? Why are we doing that?
Because you feel like kissing your woman.
No.
So
I don't want
if you
that.
and your woman are walking, so you would go for a walk by the lake or whatever.
We're not chupsing.
And she decides, hey babes, you look so handsome, I want to give you a kiss. What are you gonna like?
I'm gonna be like, what are you doing?
What?
The hell is this, yo?
What? Nah, bro. That's a relationship that's not on solid ground.
And
That's not true at all.
And you say you're gonna get married?
That's
when?
not true at all. Because he's gonna know. He's gonna know me.
No,
But here's the thing too, though, because like, so in a situation like that, like you're walking, it's a nice day, like whatever, you see something nice, and you just want to have a spontaneous moment of intimacy. To me, if like I don't perceive that as I'm doing this for other people because I don't care who's around.
I was about to say
right?
that too.
I don't care who's around.
But you should.
Like,
Why?
why? This is a moment
Because
for me
it's a
and
moment
her.
of. You see, you just said it's a moment of intimacy.
But it's
I'm saying.
but
so-
intimacy is not just confounded by
but
the
you're
four
not.
walls
But you're not.
of privacy.
You're not in an intimate setting. You see what I'm saying? So
Why not?
because other people are around. So you have to, and this is where I think we become so inconsiderate to other people's not other people's needs. That's too strong. But we become inconsiderate to other people. Let's just put it that way. You're outside where other people are, and you're saying to yourself, I don't care about anybody else. We're doing our thing. And it starts from just having a troops to even having sex. That's how those things work. I know you guys are gonna say, "Whoa, that's a big difference." Yeah, it is a big difference, but that's where it starts. The mindset starts from there.
You know, the most romantic place in the world is outside.
Exactly.
What?
The most romantic place in the world is outside.
I know in 2 seconds you're gonna explain to me what you mean by that. So I'll just wait for it.
Yo, when you're out, you could be by the water, you can be walking in a forest, you could be going through a botanical garden. Like all those places are more romantic than like being inside a condo or a hotel or a house or whatever.
But
like,
Chris, you understand that romantic is a matter of perception. So you're putting the value to it. So if I decide this is the most romantic place to us or to me, then it's going to be. If I decide the places that you're describing are the most romantic places, then that's what it's going to be. It's a matter of your perception. But that's how I see it.
But that's not being inconsiderate of others around you, though.
I think it is.
No.
So if you have this mindset like this is our moment, which is true, it's your moment. But if you're gonna say I don't care about anybody else around us, we're just gonna do what we feel like doing, where does that end?
Yeah. So hold on. What's the difference when people go to destination weddings and they're on the nice beach, sunset in the background, or maybe they're not even on the beach, but they're somewhere outside, nice forest or a field,
right?
And they're getting married, and they're getting married in a place specifically like if we do bring it to like a resort wedding,
right?
There's other guests on the resort that are obviously not there for that wedding. Is the couple who are getting married is that inconsiderate of all the other guests that are at the resort at that time?
Technically it is, but this is why I say technically, because you know that it's a wedding, so at least there's some kind of, what do you call it, precursor, you could say,
like context.
Thank you. That you can say, okay, it's a wedding, so I get it. You see what I'm saying? Two people kissing, it's a wedding. That's what happens in weddings. So it's a little bit different, but technically, yes, it's just as inconsiderate.
You need some affection in your life. Go to the gym, and the next 100-pound bell you take up,
it's called dumbbell.
Well, you're moving like a dumbbell right now, so you just need for girl.
Can
and
you explain that for
girl
me?
And dollar.
How am I moving like a? Normal, usually your jokes are okay. That one.
As long as I get one person to laugh.
Who laughed?
Girl and is dying
you
over there.
Your own joke?
Girl and is dying over there.
Anyways,
listen,
we're gonna need a girl and camera.
Exactly.
Because like nobody knows who we're talking about.
Right?
So, anyways,
yeah. Let's see
the offset Cardi thing. Yeah. To me, to be honest, I don't care, and it's fuckery.
What? No. I think you're just looking at Offset and Cardi B. Let's look at the situation.
Marriage?
Not even married.
What?
Like the fact that they have been separated for so long, but yet still they have been giving hints here and there on Instagram and whatever the case may be. And it goes back to the conversation that I wanted to have, where when you and your partner are no longer together, and the fact that when things are good, you're all over the social media. He gives her 500,000, I think, one time, or she gave him some money, remember, for a birthday, and they were like showing all the money in the fridge and blah blah blah, the rose. These things are not good right now, you know what I mean? As I said, it's their life, but your fans have been there with you since the get-go and whatever. But because there's accusation that he slept with the next female, here comes Cardi B saying that, you know what? To tell you the truth, I've been single for quite a while now. So if he did sleep with that girl, it wasn't when we were together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kind of take ourselves out of that
that's
position.
interesting, because I wonder if that's her saving face, maybe.
Exactly. That's how it looks.
That's interesting.
I
never thought about it like that.
Yeah, she never really come up before that, but big guy not really care about her.
No, I don't.
You asked about...
I don't like Cardi B. I think she's ghetto. I think she's obnoxious. I think I don't know if she's a good parent. Maybe she is. I don't know. But I wouldn't follow her on Instagram. I wouldn't, if she's on the TV, I wouldn't pay attention to her. Offset, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like the way those people behave. They don't do anything for me. So.
Well, to Chris's point, when you taking a walk with your girl and she wants to give you a chops, you should take it.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I can see that moment in Damion's head where it's like where time slows down and there's a clock ticking in his mind and he's like, should I? Should I?
And
Should
he's,
I not?
and he's
Should I?
looking
Should
at
I?
it like, okay, we have two persons just walk by to my left.
Right? He's
Two
gonna
is coming
analyze
up
the
to
whole
the right.
situation.
So
there's
Thing-
three
so-
pigeons
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
So hold on. So just so you know, my name is Damion, not Spock. Do you know who Spock is? Spock is a Vulcan on Star Trek. And a
As you were saying, Chris.
a Vulcan
Because
is
we
a,
know all that dropping.
a Vulcan is a person without emotions.
Jesus, that's you.
I'm just saying.
That's you. You have no emotion at all.
That's not true. It's just that I don't certain things it's not my thing. It's what I'm saying it's not that I don't like I could be walking with my girl and I could say, oh, she's so pretty today, and I could say, oh, I want to, but I'm like, you know what? Wait till we get back.
Yeah, but that's you.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
But
me.
what about-
I'm the one
Yeah,
describing.
but suppose a girl want to do that to you, bro.
I'm not gonna embarrass her, but I'm but I'll
Yo, are you hearing yourself right now, bro? Come
I'm
on,
not gonna embarrass her.
Like
No.
what?
So
You're
she
just gonna
wants to do
take
it,
a
I'm
few
not-
minutes
They're
to
gonna be
think
like,
about it.
they're gonna be like,
yeah.
You're gonna be like,
please.
babes,
this is-
you
this
know,
is too
2
much.
hours ago when you wanted to kiss me outside that restaurant?
yeah,
Well, here, I thought I wanted to do it.
yeah.
and
I
here
thought
you
about
go.
it.
I finally came to the conclusion. We are gonna
stop-
do it.
Yo,
So
stop
in
this right
3, 2, 1.
now.
mwah.
Yo, stop this right now. Stop this right now. All right, let's move up because big guy give
Yo,
me a
your
headache
head is
right
gonna
now.
explode when you go to Europe. I'm just letting
Yo,
you know. From
big guy give
Don't
me
worry,
a
don't worry.
headache. All right, speaking of exploding, a big contract was we move on to sports now. A big contract was signed. What's his name again?
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani. He's Japanese.
Yeah.
Japanese baseball player, is a pitcher and he's a hitter. $700 million for 10 years.
That is
Let me say it again. $700 million for the next 10 years. So that is $70 million per year. But check this out now. This is where things get crazy and dicey. He got signed to the LA Dodgers. And he's getting $70 million a year. After all the California taxes, he will be taking home $33.5 million a year.
Well, actually, I just saw a report today.
Can you imagine that, bro?
I just saw.
Crazy. big
Hold
guy.
on, because this I think plays into it. Because I was wondering when I just saw it before the show started, I was wondering why he was doing this. So he's gonna defer $68 million per year of his contract. So per year in the 10 years, he's only gonna get paid officially $2 million for that 10-year contract.
Okay.
And then I think it's kind of like a little bit of how RSP works. I think is kind of how he's trying to set it up, where to avoid maximum
big tax.
taxation,
Right.
because maybe, I don't know, maybe after 10 years he goes and plays for Texas Rangers.
I think I saw it from 2034. So from 2024 to 2034, he's gonna be doing that.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
seeing
And
that,
then
yeah.
and then I don't know how it is
Texas
on the back
is no
end.
tax, right?
Texas has no tax, so does Florida. So I'm wondering if he could do a thing where he goes and moves to Texas or Florida or wherever has no tax, and then the Dodgers still owe him the rest of that contract, and then he can get that contract.
I think whosoever takes that
California will
contract.
find a way, man.
I know.
California will find a way.
Right.
But even with the in tournament, with the basketball, they got $500,000 each, and after tax, they're taking home $231. That's crazy.
That
bro.
is crazy. That is crazy. You know, California is happy that Shohei stayed there.
Right.
California is happy. That's for sure. You know,
But
to
the money
disappointment
that
of all
is
the
being
Blue Jay
put out
fans.
right now in sports is just ridiculous, and I think that's the highest paid contract right across the U.S. market, whether it's hockey, basketball, and NFL, right, and soccer as well. So
$70 million a year. That's
$70
crazy.
million a year. Are you thinking to get your son into baseball now?
Listen,
I'm telling DJ right now.
Play
at the end of the
baseball
day-
and soccer.
That's what I'm saying.
at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
any sport you could get your kids in, at this point, even swimming
Yeah.
is worth it.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Because, bro, Okay, this is all I was thinking about it. I was thinking in my state right now. I was thinking about it this way. This guy got $700 million for 10 years, $70 million a year, right? And I'm saying, Shohei, if you were to give me $70K, $70K.
Yeah, you know,
That'd be nothing.
bro.
That'd be nothing to him.
Bro, but I cut it. But you know, say one dancer keep in their head, like some party keep in their head with nobody don't know, nobody don't get invited to. I just, yeah, alone, I play the music, yeah, sell the liquor, yeah, keep the gate, yeah, do everything. What you think about that?
That's the first thing I came to my mind. I was actually in the gym when I was like, yo, if this guy give me $70K, that would be nothing to him. That would be like, here you go. And he wouldn't even remember that. And that would probably change my life.
That's so true, though. That's so true. That's
$70K.
So true.
That's it.
70K will be like the celebration dinner, like, you know, the celebration. Oh, we
They probably
signed for the Dodgers.
They probably tip waitresses, and if that comes to me, he'd be like, show him, man. You don't even know, man. You changed my life, bro.
Bro, but what?
But he'd be like, what did I do? Like, you gave me $70K. You don't even understand what I did for me. Huh?
Right?
Big guy.
No, that's facts, though.
That's how I'm thinking about it. That's how much money these guys have.
Mm.
You see what I mean? Like, I don't know what Drake's net worth is, but the last time I checked, it was like about just over 200 million or something, right? And the boy is like super rich, like doing all kinds of crazy shit. You see what I'm saying? And this guy has, like, at the end of it, he's gonna be worth 700 million. That's like more than 3 times Drake's net worth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he's that rich,
Yep.
like, I don't understand what a billionaire. What do they do?
And that's the thing. And that's just baseball contracts. So that's not endorsements.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly, bro.
That's not like all the commercials.
What is
happen.
Drake? What is Drake's net
Girl hand,
worth?
can you speak into the mic so we could hear exactly what's going on, girl hand?
250 mil.
250 mil.
What, Drake?
Is net worth.
Okay.
Well, according to what? That's
Girl hand
Forbes.
Yeah.
According to
Yeah, that's crazy.
250 mil. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But you know what sucks about contracts like that? Because as we're talking about, like, you know, getting our kids into sports, and we celebrate, or I don't know, salivate at these huge contracts, they increase ticket prices like crazy, and nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about like how much ticket prices, merch increases to cover that shit, right?
They were saying that too for the Dodgers. Like, you're saying the beer is 99 cents more than everywhere else for like a pint or a quarter.
You see?
Or some bullcrap like that.
But aren't these monies coming off TV rights and all that?
No, I mean they
TV
are,
rights,
but not
but
100%
yeah,
of it.
exactly.
Like
Right.
like there's still a significant reliance on Ticketgate. So for example, actually the NHL is actually a really good metric of this, because the NHL is the only one of the major leagues in North America that has more than one Canadian team. So tickets in Canada for any NHL game on average is higher than every NHL team in the US except for Seattle and Las Vegas. So that means like Winnipeg games, and Winnipeg are not that good. Calgary games, and Calgary not that good, are more expensive than most of the league. And that's because of the instability between the Canadian dollar and the American dollar. So the NHL introduced something, I can't remember how many years back, where all the players have to be paid in American to negate that. And so that forces the Canadian teams to charge their fans like way more than American fans. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
yeah, like to go, like if I were to go to, like the Maple Leafs are playing the Islanders right now as we speak. So if I were to go to Brooklyn and watch that game, I could get like a good lower bowl seat for, let's say, 150 US, right? If that game is being played in Toronto, a lower bowl seat is probably going to be like
250.
more than that. It's going to be like 354, 500, right? And even when you even it out, it's still more
right.
in Canada than it is in the US. So the Dodger fans who already have to pay premium ticket prices for Mookie Betts and all the big name players that they've had and all the history that they have, and just the fact that they're in LA, their ticket price is going up, like way up.
Yeah, you just brought up a point. It's probably going off in a different tangent, but it's you just said because of the instability of the dollar or the inequality of the dollar, the U.S. versus Canadian, they have to the NHL has to do some kind of balancing act, right? And I'm thinking, why don't they just make the dollars even? You know what I mean? And I know there's more than no, but that's what I'm saying. I remember one time, because people are gonna say, no, it's globalization and it's the economies and blah blah blah. Really and truly, it's not, because I remember one time the dollars were even. It was on par.
But I'm saying,
and US hated it. Like,
yeah.
Right, and the Canadian dollars.
But look at when it
very
happened.
next 2 weeks after that, 30 cents drop.
But look when that happened though. It was quote unquote recession. Was it recession at the time?
I don't remember.
It wasn't recession.
Was it recession?
It wasn't recession.
Something was going on within the stock market, and the reason why was it recession? Was it pandemic?
No, it was way before the pandemic.
No,
way
it was
before
way
the
before.
pandemic.
This
remember
is going
that
back
though.
like 10 years ago or something.
But I remember it was on par.
Yeah.
And I remember the US was like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the next 2 weeks. 30
Actually,
cents.
I remember it was because I remember it was in New York at this time. It was in 2009. Because I remember somebody was trying to sell us mixtapes. We were in New York.
Who's we?
Me and an artist and his
Oh,
manager.
I thought it was
and
you and
whatnot.
your girl. Sorry.
No, this is going back way before I met my girl. But someone was trying to sell us a mixtape, and we were like, yo, we don't have any more US dollars on us, but we have Canadian. And so we're like, yo, here's 20 Canadian. And at that time, the Canadian was slightly higher than the US. And the guy, like, it's just a street dude. So he's looking at the money. He's like, yo, what is that? Like, I don't know. Like, what is that? What is that fake money? It's like, yo, this is Canadian. Like, if you take this to the bank, you're going to get 21 US dollars or 22 US dollars. So, like, you're going to make more than the $20 you're trying to sell.
And he wouldn't take it.
And he wouldn't take it just because he didn't know what to do with it. But I bring this story up because I remember it was 2009 when the Canadian dollar was slightly higher than the US dollar. So it could have been the aftermath from the housing crash, because the housing crash was 2008.
Perhaps.
So it could have been the
But
aftermath.
US did not like it.
No, they didn't.
And they basically big stick the Canadian. Yeah, listen, you need to do what you got to do. Let that go down. So I'm just saying that to say this. Maybe the instability is because they want it that way, because it works.
Yeah.
There's more import from the US.
Who's calling these shots though? Who's making
US,
this?
come on. US.
Yeah, finance ministers and foreign policy people. And actually, I was listening to a thing today about Argentina, because Argentina just voted in a new, very Trump-like president. And Argentina's economy has been like basically down the drain for some time now, to the point where the new president that just got voted in, he's talking about completely wanting to scrap the Argentine peso and just use US dollars. You know what I mean? Because their money is worth
Why is
nothing
he Trump
right now.
like?
Just from like his rhetoric and like kind of his far right sort of rhetoric and his very bombastic style of talking in the media and stuff like that. He is kind of like a strange character.
He's a Damion.
I wouldn't call Damion Trump like though, but
No,
like,
you said strange character. That's why I see the comparison.
Nobody's laughing.
I it wasn't a joke actually. It was just making a statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, on the point of why don't we just make it even? So maybe if we can't make it even, like, does it make sense for Canada just to use US dollars, right? Like that's an interesting conversation, and we'd have to have some economists here to be like if that's a good thing or another or not a good thing. But
for us.
yeah, like why
It's
not
the
just
fiat money that will. We won't get into that, but it's a fiat money that will take.
So
that away.
is that Deep, Organic, or Phuckery with the money that he's getting paid?
For me, it's Phuckery, because it's more money. I'm a hater, but for him, I'm sure that's Deep or
Deep
Organic.
pockets.
Deep pockets, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's deep. That's very deep.
I think it's Phuckery because, and I don't know why this happened, but at some point in time, it looked like he was coming to the Blue Jays. I don't know if that was just rumor mill that kind of went out of
Can
control.
they afford him? Could they have given him $700
No,
million?
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
That's why.
Yeah, definitely not. And the thing is, Shohei is coming from Anaheim, so it's like Anaheim is down the street from LA. It's like 2 hours, right? So he technically doesn't even have to move his house, really and truly. He's already paying California state tax,
And
everything.
he's Japanese. He's probably just living in a 1-bedroom with driving like a Civic.
Nah, bro. That guy probably when you see his house, nah, bro. Don't
Yeah,
do
these
that.
guys-
Don't do that.
a lot of these
Don't
guys
do
don't-
that.
A lot of these guys don't spend money, bro.
Nah, don't do that.
Speaking
Don't
of
do that.
California,
we need to see a Cribs episode. Shohei Ohtani.
Yo,
Like, we
I
need
can't.
that.
Yo, big guy, you're something else, bro. They're gonna come for you, eh?
I'm just saying though.
Speaking of California taxes, the 2023 inaugural NBA inaugural 2023
Yo, your
NBA
words
Cup.
just buckle.
What did you say?
Yeah. That's
Inaugural.
2023 NBA Cup just
2023
finished.
what?
NBA Cup.
Okay, no, but what did you say before?
You said for me.
No.
Okay. The 2023 NBA Cup, the in-season tournament was
edition. Just say
the first edition. Thank you, brother. The first edition was won by the Los Angeles Lakers and my brother, LeBron James.
He's your brother now, eh?
He always, since he came in the league. Yeah. MVP of
Does
the
LeBron
tournament.
Is he the GOAT now?
Does LeBron know
He's
that?
always the GOAT. Not the GOAT now. He's always the
He's
GOAT.
better than Jordan.
He's the GOAT always. And I will leave it there. All right. So the Lakers won. Each player walked away with $500,000 US within as a cash prize, and even the two-way players
Yeah.
got $500K.
Yo, they're happy. Those guys are
I saw a
happy.
thing where it's like just from that tournament alone they doubled their salary.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they were like, or LeBron said at the interview, the championship interview, he's like, yo, these guys are asking me when do we get our money, and he's like,
chill.
he's like, chill. It's like, I know, but I'm not gonna say it right now.
Yeah. What were you guys takeaway from the new NBA Cup in season tournament? You guys like it? You guys don't like it?
At first, when I heard it, I was like, "This is so stupid." I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, "This is dumb."
Maybe you never understand
Then-
the whole concept.
I still don't understand it.
Oh, really?
to be honest,
I don't
with
think
you.
anybody understands
I
it.
understand it.
But when I was watching it, I was like, okay, the courts are kind of ingenious. The jerseys are ingenious. And then I saw the players reacting to it. They actually took it seriously. I was like, oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Because you're getting good basketball in November.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And I'm like, oh, this is kind
December.
of dope. November. It started in November 3rd.
December.
It started in December?
Yes.
It started November 3rd.
Okay.
Like, are you serious?
Go ahead.
It ended in December.
Go ahead.
So
I get on his skin, you know. So get aggressive just now. Go ahead.
how am I aggressive?
Go
You're
ahead,
trying to
go
tell
ahead.
me foolishness.
No, so I can just.
And I was like, am I
let's press
missing
the button
something?
like that.
Am I missing something? But
So
anyway,
December 3rd was last week.
yeah. I'm like, am I missing something? So anyway, so I'm seeing good basketball in November, and I was like, okay, this is good. And then even leading up to Las Vegas, I'm like, yo, I'm lying. When I saw the Golden State OKC game, I was like, what? The way they were playing and they're going at it, that impressed the hell out of me. So I was like very impressed by the tournament. I think your guy, LeBron, said Adam Silver was a genius for doing this. And that's the only thing that he's ever going to say that I'm going to agree with. I agree with him. Can't believe I'm saying that, but I agree with him. He's
It's
a
not
genius.
the end of the world to agree with that.
Exactly. Like what the hell?
But this is what I'll say. And I've been, I downloaded this app, Bet365, right?
Oh my god.
Bet365. Bet365. No, listen. This is a plug for you, eh? Hey, we're here at Deep.Organic.Phuckery.
All of us are on Bet365, so like, and Grohan behind the camera, so
Yeah.
sponsor us, please.
So yeah, we're begging a little bit.
Tag them.
That's all right.
Tag
Hey,
them.
okay. So I downloaded this app, Bet365, right? So I'm playing the game, and Lakers are my team. You know this. LeBron's not my guy, but Lakers are my team. I think LeBron messed up the Lakers, to be honest with you. But whatever. So Lakers are playing Phoenix, and I bet I bet against the
I
Lakers.
just saw that bubble up in you.
Yeah, what the hell?
First of all, the Lakers are not your team. LeBron is your man.
That's why.
But that's what it is.
Why?
LeBron, you follow LeBron everywhere you go. Lakers are my team. So you guys came all the way over here
All the way over where?
to the Lakers.
You guys, who's you guys?
You and LeBron.
We
Yeah, just him.
We brought a championship, bro. That's what we
You
did.
see what I'm saying? But I bet against the Lakers and I lost.
You bet against LeBron.
Lakers.
That's what happened when you bet against LeBron.
And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god. But I say that to say this.
Who did you play? Who did you
Phoenix. I thought Phoenix was gonna beat them. Because I don't believe in LeBron. LeBron and worst AD. Him, you touch his pinky and he's like, oh my god. You see him in the game? I don't even what happened to him. Someone touched him on his leg and
it's grind.
Really, and he's running and limping the whole time. But as soon as the ball comes, he's jumping up to dunk it. That guy's a pretender, bro. No, anyways, so Lakers are my team. So I'm happy Lakers won, right? But I don't believe in LeBron. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'm happy Lakers won. I thought it was a good tournament. It's really good for the NBA. It's good publicity and it's good basketball. That's my take.
Strikes.
Yeah, the in-season tournament. I think it's gonna take a few years to really catch on for people. I think the best thing for the NBA was the fact that the Lakers were at least in the final and then won. I think that's perfect for the NBA. I think the only way that it could have been better was if the final was between the Lakers and the Bucks. But the Bucks fucked up against the Pacers in the semifinals. But
sound like you lose money too.
I did. I did. But honestly, like in terms of advertising the NBA, like Bucks and Lakers final would have been great. Yeah. Giannis, LeBron, and then didn't Kareem play for both teams?
Yes, he did. He won a championship for both teams.
Exactly, right? So you could do like stuff around Kareem and around that as well too. It's a weird thing for America, and we were talking about this briefly before the show.
No, we got to talk about it. We're not brief.
We're talking about this
yes, my brother.
Shortly.
Yes,
before the show.
Briefly
before the show. But so the in-season tournament is modeled after essentially a lot of soccer leagues' domestic cup, right? And I use the example of the English FA Cup, right? And I think why a lot of people in North America, why they don't understand what the NBA Cup is yet, and they don't understand the purpose of it and whatnot, and not just only to make exciting basketball in November, but the reason why it's going to take a number of years for it to really develop is that what the NBA may or may not realize is that a lot of these soccer leagues, in-season cups, if you want to call it that, they actually predate the actual league that they play. So the FA Cup in England is older than the English league, right? So, and like I always hear this argument in North America where they're like, yo, why do they play all these like cups and have all these different trophies in the middle of the league? Two reasons. A, because those were the original tournaments before an actual league. And then B, because their actual league is the best team that season. There is no playoff. You know what I mean? There is no playoff. It's like if Man City are at the top on May, whatever fucking date the season ends, then they're the champions and that's it, right? It's not like here in North America where we have like the 16th seed can sneak into the playoffs and then go on a crazy run and then go win the championship like that. Like that's kind of ridiculous, right? Especially in sports where you have more than half the teams making the playoffs, right? So I think it's going to take some time to buy in. I didn't like the courts. The courts were like a lot of the courts just look kind of crazy. Some of the jerseys look kind of whack as well too, like the Raptors gold and like nah, bro, and like I don't know, some of the jerseys look whack, so they got to do something about that. But I think over time, I think there will be real buy-in, and once the public really understands it, that there'll be more excitement about it. I wonder if they have to reformat it to do it somewhere else than a neutral site, because one thing that I found in the semifinals and the finals was the crowd was boring because it was a neutral site, right? Like you had people cheering for the Lakers and whatever, but like you didn't have your Laker diehards there, right? To like. And that's the thing that's different about most North American sports than most European and South American soccer. And most European and South American soccer fans travel, right? Like they travel to away games. They travel to like when it's neutral site semifinals or championship games, they travel and they're all together, right? You don't really have that same culture in North American sports.
I don't agree with that.
Well, no, absolutely, because
They
you
travel.
like one or
with
two
basketball?
people.
Yeah.
You won't get like 5,000 Laker fans.
Yeah, you will.
At a Laker away game unless that they're playing the Clippers or somewhere else in California.
That's not true.
No, like the Laker fan. Okay, so this is the thing, and so Lakers, Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers, Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens, all the historic franchises that have fans all over America. Those are usually the fans that are at away games. You don't always get fans that are native to the city that go to every away game the way that they do in soccer.
So, okay. So to go back on something that you said earlier, I think I disagree also with the fact that they patterned it off after the leagues in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, the FA Cup, because there's a major difference. The FA Cup plays against the lower leagues. Right, so you'll do EPL, Division 1, Division 2.
Do you know why they play against lower league?
No, but the reason why is unimportant. It's they do. This thing right here is just the NBA. You see what I mean? And this is why I'm saying it's more, to me, it's a tournament, yes, which is similar to the FA Cup, but that's the only similarity. The major difference is that, it's more similar to me to the NCAA, the way they do their tournament. That's what I think they're patterning it after. I
think it's a mix of both.
So if they were gonna go to NBA, what's it called, G League and all that, then it would make sense. But to just have it in the NBA, it doesn't really. I don't see where the FA Cup.
Well, you couldn't do it with the G League because aren't the G League teams affiliated with the NBA teams?
But that's what I'm saying. If they were to do that, then it would make better sense.
But that's the difference between soccer, because the lower league teams are their own thing. They're not affiliated with
But to your point, that would make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? And to that point also, I think what the NBA should consider is doing a Champions League.
Yeah, I think so.
The champion NBA teams playing
to play
against
different
European
teams around the world.
And South American.
I think so, yeah.
And then that's when you can talk about. Remember we're talking about world champions.
Yeah.
That's when you can really claim that kind of stuff. But anyways, so I wanted to talk about that part. As far as people traveling, I think one of the reasons why people don't get into the stadiums is because the home teams, they prevent that from happening.
Not all the time.
I'm not saying all the time, but they try to limit the tickets for people. If you're an entourage or you're a group from somewhere else, say you're even LA itself, only a certain number of Lakers fans with season passes can get into the Clippers game. You know that, right?
Yeah.
They limit that number.
Yeah.
So that's why people don't go. It's not because they don't want to go.
But they do
the
that.
The NBA's trying to stop that.
The thing is, they do that in soccer as well too. In soccer, there's for league games for England. I can speak to England. For league games, there's an allotment of, I think, between 3,000 and 5,000 fans, depending on who the away team is, and depending on what the matchup is. So there's an allotment between 3,000 to 5,000 away tickets.
Right.
And then for cup games, they expand that to about 7,000 if the stadium can accommodate that. Like if it's a bigger stadium. Right. Because as to your point, they play against smaller teams. So if you have 7,000 away fans in a stadium that's like 10,000, that doesn't make sense, right?
Right.
But my point being is that they do that in the Premier League in England as well too, where there's a maximum amount of tickets that are allotted to the away fans. Now, as I'm thinking out loud about this, it's also easier because the countries are a lot smaller for them to travel. So there is that. Like you can get anywhere in England on a train, basically, or on a bus or something. You can't really do that in the United States. It takes days if you were to do that, right? But I just find that, if you go to, I think the only difference might be the NFL. Because the NFL only play once a week, so it gives, and they usually play on the weekends, so it gives fans the chance to actually go and travel and follow their team. But I think for NBA, NHL, baseball, so-so, because baseball, they have weekend series, so baseball, if you actually travel, you can watch your team play 3 times, so that makes a little bit more sense. So you do get a little bit more travel. So I guess maybe just narrowing down just to basketball and hockey, you don't really get a ton of fans that, like, you won't get like thousands of fans that like travel from one city or city to city to go follow their team per se. You know,
Right,
you'll
right,
get like 100 fans maybe, but you won't get like
But
thousands.
the finals had like enough fans, but one of the things that kind of took some form of hype away from it was that the Milwaukee who played the semifinal, Milwaukee and Pacers.
Milwaukee,
right?
Indiana.
So they were selling two different tickets. So like the Milwaukee game, I don't know if you guys were following. Like the games were like probably like 4 hours apart, like 5 hours apart.
Yeah.
So if you bought tickets for the Milwaukee and Pacers game, that ticket couldn't have brought you into the Lakers and.
I
Lakers
understand
game.
that though.
You know what I mean? But they were arguing about that, saying that the first game wasn't so packed. Like the Milwaukee game was whatever, but the Lakers game was packed. So that's one thing I think they should work on next year and make both.
But you mean like do it like real tournament style?
Yeah.
So like
You know what I
one
mean?
game after the next.
Yeah, what like even that ticket they buy for the first game can bring you in the second game.
But the fact
You know what I'm
too, the other thing too is that because the game was in Las Vegas, that game was in the afternoon for Las Vegas people, right? So it's like because
they made it too early though.
Yeah,
It was probably
exactly.
Like 2 p.m.
Exactly, because they made it too early because they wanted people on the East Coast. They wanted the Lakers game not to be too late because that's always like kind of like a complaint. Like when you have the Lakers or the Warriors or just any West Coast team that does well, and it's like their games start late for a lot of people on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they kind of did the times like that, where they wanted the game to start like kind of earlier. But then you kind of make it suck for the first semifinal, and then the second semifinal is more live. But
You know what, LeBron? Thumbs up, my boy. You did it.
You're right.
You did it. And I mean, the banner will be raised next week. So you guys look out for that. You know what I mean?
There's a banner for this?
yeah, there's a banner.
Yeah.
Why is there a banner?
That's what I was wondering.
It's the
too.
That's
NBA
annoying.
Cup.
That's what I was wondering.
It's the
too.
NBA Cup.
That's what I was.
I hope people don't. I hope these guys don't go thinking, "Oh, I won something." You didn't win nothing.
Of
The
course
other-
they want
The
something.
other
What are
thing
you
that
talking
reminds
about?
me about soccer too is just the trophy presentation. Like they were all on the podium. They had medals and a trophy. Like that's like soccer, bro. Like they don't. Olympics they just give you medals, or in the NCAA they just give you the trophy.
That's what should happen. Like this is gonna be. I guarantee you, it's gonna be hard to get these guys back up. The next 2, 3, 4 games, Lakers are gonna get smashed. Just watch. Remember I said that.
You want to
right?
bet?
I'm not betting.
Okay.
I bet 365.
Bet
no.
365.
365. I bet you.
All right.
Everybody's covering the spread on the Lakers.
Jesus, stop this right now.